Hey guys, it's Elizabeth Bratcher, Psychic Medium, and I'm here to do the weekly read for the star sign of Aries from the 19th of July until the 25th of July. So I want to say thank you very much for joining me today. I do appreciate the time that you've taken to watch the video. While you're here, please subscribe to the channel. Please also leave a thumbs up or a comment on the video. I do reply to all the comments that you guys leave, okay? So today I'm reading with my own deck, which is the Elizacle deck, and also reading with the Sun and the Moon Tarot. So guys, I've changed the weekly reads a little bit. I've tried to incorporate some of the monthly read into the weekly, okay, and so yeah, enjoy. All right, so as always, I've given the cards a good shuffle before I've started. All right, so guys, what I'm going to be doing is pulling you a full spread from my deck, and this is going to focus on what it is that you need to know most through the week, okay, Aries, and then we'll pull on the tarot cards as well. All right, so let me just have a look here. All right, so Aries, this week. Let's have a look. Ah, interesting. All right. I feel like you're up and down a little bit this week, Aries, okay? So your first card out talks about just taking a moment, okay? Because there's this beautiful transformation about blossoming into self, but I feel like the balance is off a little bit to actually bring this into play properly around you, okay? And then you've got the prosperity card that sits there, which talks about the financial growth, the security and abundance. And I want to link that in with the transformation, obviously, that's there. And that's why they're calling on the balance, because straight after you've got the grounding card as well, okay? Which talks about taking time to connect to the earth. And I know that that can sound like an awfully cliche thing, but your body is an electrical system, the earth is an electrical system, okay? And by combining those energies and by connecting with the earth and finding the beauty and the gratitude within nature, it just balances us, it restores us, okay? Outside, it gives us our vitamin D and all of that other beautiful energy that we receive, okay? So there's so much energy that goes into grounding. Now, you've got the female card here, which talks about the fact that the power has to come from within, okay? The things that you are wanting to come in. So even if you're waiting for things to fall into place around you that are external, it's going to be the energy that you put into it, the consistency of, so somebody's late, how many times you call them to make sure they're on time, all of that kind of energy, don't sit around and wait for things to come in. Now is the time that you really need to be pulling and pushing into your own energy, okay? There's a real personal growth feel around this, okay? I don't want to disregard for those of you that are in relationships and bits and pieces like that. Obviously, one thing, I always forget to mention at the start is that I'm reading for lots of you, so obviously take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, but I want to say that that energy, that power has to come from within. And as I said, I feel like this is very much around personal. Okay, so this is going to have to do with either personal growth or it's going to be doing for work for some of you, okay? Now, the thing is that comes in there, you've got the self-denial card. It's like you've got, every time I want to go up, you get hit with like this energy, all right? Because you've got the self-denial card, but then it follows with the beautiful growth card as well, okay? So be really mindful this week around the self-sabotage, being stubborn, the refusal and denial of self, okay? Because when we push that energy away from us and we sit in that true energy of the female card, which talks about the power having to come from within, the growth steps in, okay? And that's where we see that beautiful self-awareness and we get opportunity and we see the potential in things around us, okay? It's like it's like putting a pair of glasses on, okay? Now, you've got the health card that sits there, which talks about thinking about the long term, okay? And this isn't just about physical health. Absolutely, yes, it includes physical health, but it also talks about emotional health, spiritual health, all of those kind of little bits and pieces that are there. And it asks you through all of this energy, okay, just to pay mind and attention to that as well, okay? I feel like that's almost a separate subset, actually, when I start to tap into the energy of that card, okay? It's like through all of this energy, even that we're there, I see movement forward, I see hard work, and I see consistency of effort. That effort may not always be in the right place, but it's there, okay? And just feeling a little bit burnt out, feeling a little bit run down, okay? Be really mindful this week, guys, to keep your water intake correctly, your food intake healthier, otherwise I feel like, I'm just feeling a little bit of a dip in the immune system around you, okay? And, we don't need that. We don't need to be slowed down. So then you've got the detox card, okay, which talks about the fact that it's time to let go of something that no longer serves, okay? Now, this is a big energy, this card. It's something that's been sitting around for a while. It's not like it's something you go, oh, yeah, maybe that doesn't work. This is an energy that's been bringing you emotion for several weeks, several months, several years, okay? You know that there's things that need to change and you're ready to actually start taking action in on them, okay? Now, you've got the Unity card that sits there and you've also got the Frustration card that sits there. So, guys, this week with love, I want to say to you that to be really mindful of your relationships and the way that you're communicating, okay? And I feel like as well, you know, this Detox card and the Frustration card is falling on either side of it, okay? And so I just need you guys to be mindful and be aware within your relationships this week. Otherwise, you may find that some miscommunication or, you know, some misguided kind of energy ends up actually creating tension within the relationships, okay? And I feel like, you know, this is also something that may actually apply to the rest of the cards for you guys, because what I'm seeing and feeling right now as well is that that energy has a back energy, okay? That it's not something necessarily new. So just be mindful, all right? So guys, what you need to know for yourself, most within all of that is cycles, okay? Cycles, beginnings and endings are a natural order, and not to feel that closing out a chapter in your life is a negative, okay? Even if it brings about heartfelt feelings, it's still something that needs to come forward. And those cycles need to flow in order to allow the transformation to come in, all right? So just make sure you're not holding yourself back this week. As I said, you've got that self-denial card that sits there, and so I feel like you really need to kind of just sit back and see where, not where you're being a victim with yourself or anything else like that, but, you know, potentially where you have the energy, I guess, to do that, all right? And so just be really mindful. Clearing out the stables, okay? So yes, several times we've spoken about the fact that there's things around you that need to clear out that are no longer serving. That energy is going to come quite heightened around you this week, okay? It's a knowledge that helps you identify and gives you strength and courage to do all of this work that we've spoken about. And then you get the moving on card, okay? Moving forward to more beautiful things. And you've got the male card as well, which talks about calling on your strength. Now, for those of you that is applying to the relationships that's there, I want to say you've got the male, you've got the female, you've got the Unity card that's there as well. There is definitely a focus on love and relationships for you guys this week, okay? So for those of you that are waiting for love to come in as well, I want to say to you that there's a nice strong energy that's there with it. Be mindful of your balance though, okay? And just be mindful of all of the things that we've spoken about, because when we're our true self and tapping into our essence, we attract the right partner, okay? Now, guys, that is what I have for you within that deck, okay? So I just want to pop them to the side for a moment. And I just want to see and just pull a couple of cards from the tarot. Now, as always, as I said, I've given the cards a good shuffle before we've started. So let's just see what this wants to validate with us over the course of the week, okay? All right, Aries, let's have a look. All right, beautiful. Okay, so you've got the Four of Pentacles as the energy for the week, so money improvements, okay, guys? So for those of you, when I'm focusing and sitting around with money, now, the energy that I spoke of in the first lot of cards that's there, it absolutely can apply to career and things like that for some of you, okay? But I'm absolutely feeling it's more of a personal journey that's there, whereas the tarot is tapping in more so on the money side and business side for you guys this week, okay? Now, Four of Pentacles, as I said, for the energy of the week, money improvements coming in. I still feel like there needs to be a solidness and a consistency to this, okay? Don't put all your eggs in one basket and think that everything's sweet. I still feel like there needs to be a lot of effort and a lot of time and consistency put in to balance things out, okay? And it's not about working hard, it's about working smart. So just keep that in mind. So through the week that's there, okay? So you've got the Two of Cups of energy that's there. So I do feel resolution for you guys, okay, with those things that we were speaking about. I don't feel that this energy actually carries on for 2 or 3 weeks unless you want to let it, okay? I feel like by the end of the week, that Two of Cups energy wants to jump all about the place and land on the floor, okay? So and it's, yeah, isn't that interesting? It kind of just wants to jump. But, you know, in saying that, as I said, when I'm sitting there and I'm asking in my mind, you know, where do these two things connect? As I said, that's what I'm feeling, that towards the end of the week, there is that resolution. And I'm just noticing as well, you've got the Four of Wands, which also validates that for me as far as the relationship side of things goes for you guys, okay? Now, you've got the Five of Swords energy that sits there, all right? And so, as it says, you know, all is not lost, but there's a few little battles around you. Now, for some of you, these battles are going to be with yourself, but for others, it's going to be with connected to other people and situations, just because for some of you it is basically, you know, I don't feel like this is just applying to just self. It's the impact and other things that come in around as well, okay? Nothing changes if nothing changes. All right, so there's definitely that energy that's running through with that, all right? So overall, guys, I want to say, Aries, that this week there's a lot of energy on focus on self-discipline and mindset and You know, on the health side of things, just being mindful around your mindset with water and food and all those kind of little bits and pieces as well. Not burning yourself out this week, guys. As I said, when I sit onto the health side of things, I just keep wanting to drag my energy down, okay? With relationships and things like that, you know, truth and honesty are going to be paramount. And as I said, there's definitely an energy through the cards this week that shows that there can be some volatility around for you guys this week in relationships. All right, these are for existing relationships. And for those of you that are waiting for that energy to come in, as I said, make sure you're sitting in the right place so that the energies match, okay? Otherwise, I feel like it's like, you know, if there's levels, you know, you go that way, level, they go that way, we just kind of miss each other, you know? All right, so just be mindful of that. All right, guys, and otherwise, work, career, and things like that feel pretty steady. I feel like, you know, there's no big booms and bursts of explosions in the sky this week, but I'm also feeling quite safe and secure as well, okay? Business-wise, that self-discipline thing really feels like it flows into there as well for some of you, all right? So, guys, that is what I have for you this week, and I am glad you've been able to join me. All right, so look forward to joining you again next week. And just remember, I do the daily reads on the YouTube channel as well. This Friday, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. You'll find me live here and on Facebook doing live readings. You can always book a reading with me as well. Just click book now. And if you enter the code of July, you'll receive a 20% discount on any service that you book with me this month. Okay, guys? So much love and can't wait to see you next time.